Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hermetica Clan live Twitch channel, where we have got more live action happening in the Pangea Tourney. Today's game is match 12, and it's the losers bracket actually. So these are teams that played in the winners bracket, got knocked out of their first game, and as we said yesterday, every team in this Pangea Tourney has a chance to pull it back and go through. So. Today we've got Try to Take Over the World versus, dare I say it, I'm not swearing, I'm just reading out a team name, Twitch mods if you're listening. Try to Take Over the World versus the Bastards. There, I said it. Naughty me. Who have we got on guest with us today? We welcome in Key. Key, how are you, buddy?
Thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Very well indeed. Are you looking forward to this matchup?
Yeah, looking forward to it a lot.
Good.
Can't wait.
Cool. Okay, so two teams we've got then. We've got Wimpsley, Loki on team one, as I believe the Betards, we're going to call them from now on, versus Holy Sheep and no, sorry, I think it's Holy Sheep and Wimpsley actually, isn't it? With playing against Loki and Jay Blaze. Apologies for getting that wrong there. So Key, what's your inside knowledge on these two teams and what's your thoughts?
From experience, Loki and Holy Sheep are like two of the obviously top elo players in the clan. Both very good. Jay Blaze and Wimpsley I've not seen. I think I've seen Jay Blaze like maybe one game or two I've played with him, but still not enough to understand if he's, his type of strats and stuff. But I'm guessing we'll have to find out.
Yeah, exactly that. We will indeed. So it's best of 3 then today. Same again. First maps being chose. Let's have a little look then. So they've gone for Arabia. Now, whose choice of map is it? So it's based on lowest team elo. So let's have a little look here. I'm pretty confident that the team that's picked this map, correct me if I'm wrong, will be Try to Take Over the World. So Arabia, what's the thoughts behind that, Key?
Yeah, an open map. Going to see a lot of aggression, hopefully. Maybe some archer rushes, some scout rushes. From experience, which one of my worst maps. I do not like it.
It's not everyone's favourite Arabia, is it?
Yeah, I don't like playing open, but yeah, if you play it well, there's a lot of strategies on there,
Put you into a good position to go forward, and obviously that's what these guys are going to be looking to do, right? They're going to be looking to get that 1-0 lead as they move into the second game. So, Key, without further ado, then let's kick it off. As we know, spectate with CA it can be interesting. So, I hope we've got no issues this time whatsoever. But we're gonna jump on in and we're gonna head straight over. Yeah, let's give this a go and let's see what happens. I'm excited, Key.
Right, same. Are you? Let me know when you start your load in, so we can be on the same page.
That's it. Yeah, we're loading in now, so we're just checking out what the civs are that these guys have picked up. Let's have a little look here. So we've got.
We've got 2 archer civs, 2 cav civs, kind of standard play on the Arabia. By the looks of it.
Fantastic. Here we go. Jumping in now. Then let's have a little look, see what we've got in terms of map positioning and teams as well. So, Key, what I'm going to do for you, buddy, just so that you're on the same page, I am just going to pop over and share the capture age screen with you so that you can see that. I think that's going to be important for you to be on the same page as me. So, moving over here then with Wimpsley's team. So he's Ethiopians. Key, what do you make of that?
Yeah, good archer save. Get free pike upgrade in feudal as well. So, I think not feudal, sorry, castle age. Get free pike upgrade in castle. So if they play archers early, and then obviously they go into like scouts or like say I don't know knights or something, you've still got a lot of defense. So and they've obviously got 18% faster archers that fire faster. Also they receive 100 golden food when they go up to the next stage, which is another good bonus of theirs. And their towers and outposts have +3 line of sight, which can be another good bonus if you want the extra vision.
Fantastic. And Holy Sheep then as Bulgarians.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really see Bulgarians played a lot, and I've not played them enough myself to understand what they're good at. But I think they've got Krepost, from what I remember, which is a good tower type of building. It can get.
And
You
we'll
use
see a
them
lot of
very
pushing with that, right? Is that right? With the Kreposts?
Yeah, they can be quite hard to take care of.
Fantastic, good stuff. Okay, all right, let's move over to the team that we can't really say too much on Twitch because otherwise we'll get shut down before we start. But Loki then, he's chose Mayan's key.
Yeah, so that's a really good archer save. They can switch into eagles, which yeah, not the funnest when you're getting raided against eagles because they're fast and yeah, they just take care of the take care of your villagers like they're nothing. They just have a lot of options. To be fair, Mayans, very strong save.
Could be interesting to watch for out. Yeah, definitely, and especially with Loki, right? I mean, well, what's Loki's 1v1 elo, guys?
It's like 1,700 plus, so very high.
Strong player.
Yeah, very strong player.
Let's go over to Loki's teammate then. So Jay Blaze over here. So lower elo, quite a bit, but not taking anything away from the low elo players as we've seen so far in all these series. They've been pulling their weight, right? They've been doing a lot to help out.
They've been saving their higher elo teammates when they need it, and yeah, they're not exact like they're low elo, but they still know how to play the game and they still understand what they need to do to get the win. Jay Blaze obviously playing France, so he gets free farm upgrades. Castles 25% cheaper. I think mounted units have plus 20% HP in the feudal. Starting from the feudal, and obviously the foragers work a lot faster. So if they go onto berries early, can get a lot of food in.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Also, we've got what's the other civ? Oh yeah, Bulgarians. I'm not too sure on the Bulgarians, so like I said, I know they get Krepost and I think Arambe as their unique unit, which, like again, couldn't tell you how good that unit is. Never really seen it in action.
Well, Keith, I think you're going to see a lot of action on this match here. Certainly, most definitely there. So, looks like Wimbley's is already scouted out Jay's base, Jay Blaze's base. He's running around there now with his scout to see what he's up to. And is that quite common in early gameplay to go and scout the opponent's base to see what they're doing?
Yeah, definitely. You want to see what their forward buildings are going to be like. If they're building like archery ranges, then you can be prepared for that type of rush. You could wall up. You could, think about a lot of different stuff just by knowing what the enemy's going into. You could even find that they have no buildings. That could identify that they're going to go like into a fast castle, maybe a boom. If they've just got a blacksmith down in a market, like you can get an idea from what type of build they're going into.
Fantastic, and it gives you a lot of insights and helps you obviously plan your game. So we've got early walling going on with Holy Sheep over here. Then again, another common thing to do on Arabia, especially on an open map, right?
Yeah. She could just trying to secure himself in nice and early so he doesn't have to worry too much. Something I would do on an open map myself, just so I don't have to worry too much about, the odd little raids, because that usually throws my build orders off, like just happen to move, say, my wood villagers back to my TC. Just that extra idle time just can really damage you a lot.
Yeah. So, and put you behind and really help the opponent. And I mean, look, are we seeing it already? We've got 2 scouts scouting out Loki's base now. Obviously, they've found the highest elo player, and every match in the series so far, the key has been to taking out the top elo player first. Are we going to see it again?
Potentially, we could do. I mean, this would be the map to do it on. You'd want to probably take out the Mayans early anyway, just because they can become, in the late game, very hard to deal with. So can Ethiopians, though. So either way, they're all got strong civilizations. The one I would say that would have the edge in the late game would be the Mayans and the Franks.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right. Well, look. Whilst we're still in early game, then let's have a little look at some of the guys in the chat in terms of what they're up to, and what they're saying and things. So, Rev, then Bulgarians are good. Blacksmith and siege workshop food research costs are reduced by 50%, with blacksmiths working 80% faster.
Oh yeah, so that sounds really good.
Great bonus. Very, very strong. Amesy in the chat. Welcome in, Amesy. This is Amesy in the chat, everybody. So Amesy played in the last game last night with K1. Very successful game, that, Amesy. So we really look forward to hearing your opinions, and hopefully perhaps get you on as a co-caster on another stream soon, hopefully. So Amesy, I think of Bulgarians as a civ used to rush with infantry. They get instant upgrades as soon as they get into the new age. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Very strong perk.
Yeah, really hard to deal with, to be fair. What did he also say? Stirrups of full cavalry upgrades give Bulgarians hussars the highest damage per second out of any hussar in the game, so they have the strongest hussars in the game as well. That in the late game can be really difficult if they've got a lot of food.
A great matchup for Loki then, really, right? It sounds like there's going to be some epic, in the words of Hermetica clan, truly epic battles going to be taking place. But that's if Loki can keep them at bay. It looks like they're really putting the pressure on Loki's side at the moment, almost leaving Jay Blaze to have a good free start there.
Yeah, that could not be a good sign. Well, I mean, it could be good, it could be not good. I mean, unless he does something with it. Like, I'd recommend him, if he's not being touched, to go fast castle. Probably start getting his knights out nice and early to deal with a lot of the rushes from, the opponent. But that's the only thing I could see that would be good for him to do if he's not being touched, because I mean, Loki's getting harassed really badly now, which is going to cost him. But if the knights come out and go to their base and do a lot of damage, then
they could pull it back. Sorry to cut you off, Key, early, but again, I love the mini map for this. Right, look at the stream of blue coming over. They are continuing. Teal as well, Holy Sheep, and Wimsey.
Like all in.
Both of them pushing forward, really trying to set Loki back. He must be feeling it. I wonder what the internal comms are like at the moment.
Yeah, Jay Blaze seems to be falling behind slowly on the Vils. I'm not sure what's going on there. If he's not being touched. Maybe he hasn't clicked up either yet, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. He's got another villager out. Maybe just a bit of idle time from him, but...
Yeah, Loki on 29 Vils matched up against Wimsley there with 29 Vils as well. Although in the lead we've got Holy Sheep with 30 Vils. And yeah, as you say, Jay Blaze a little bit behind with 23.
See the food count, please. If you go onto the, so we can see the player's resources. Just want to see what they're floating. If he's any close to, got a lot of idle time. I seen that. Then he had like 3 extra minutes idle time to the others. He has got enough food by the looks of it to go up to castle. I'm not sure about his gold. Oh yeah, he's got enough to go up. So hopefully, if he clicks up right away, he could help Loki a lot.
Yeah, going into feudal age there, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Getting up nice and early and helping your teammate. We've got some skirms coming over now as well with the archers to complement Wimsey's attack here. All whilst Holy Sheep keeps the pressure on with the scouts, and good combination, archers with scouts.
Yeah, really good combination, because I mean, there's not much, like the archers will take care of the pikes and then the scouts take care of the archers, and unless obviously Jay Blaze is going to have a unit down here helping Loki, it's going to be difficult for him to fight this. Like I say, like this rush is really good, but the tides can change if the knights come out early. Yeah. But we see the castle age is clicked up. As long as we don't see their castle time a bit, if they click up anytime soon, it could be still a bit bad. I mean, their eco is really good behind it as well.
Yeah. And what do we make of Loki here moving forward with some Vils? Okay, cool. So it's just to put a lumber camp down. Wasn't expecting anything insane to happen there. So Webber, thanks for joining us, buddy, in the channel there. I can see you there. So Webber's pointing out the gold for Loki is so awful. And I assume, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming he's talking about this one here, right? Being so far forward.
Yeah, both of them. I mean, look, that big one right at the front of his base. Even that small part there is right at the front of his base. Even that little one there. They're all, like, there's nothing inside his actual base, like, for him to take. Really, everything's on the outside of his base. Even his wood. I mean, there's no. safe way for him to really take resources right now, unless
yeah.
this rush is dealt with, or J Blaze put some pressure on their base.
Well,
'Cause
30
right
seconds to hit castle now, Key. So he's not far off at all, and I can only imagine Loki's screaming in his ear, get it already.
I think that's what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. And still, look at the relentless stream coming over from Wimsley there.
Yeah.
Are you surprised you haven't seen maybe a forward military building here from Wimsley? I mean, could he perhaps pop a forward archery range over here just to make it a little bit easier for the units to flow through?
He definitely could. I'd probably say not a siege workshop, but as soon as he hits castle forward would be nice to keep the pressure on. But I feel like he's just massing his archers to go into crossbow or something when he hits castle. But right now, no one else is clicked up to castle. I'm guessing Loki's slightly behind from that rush on the villagers. You can see that J Blaze is still very down on the vills, but if he gets some knights out, which I don't think he's got the eco for it, which is not good. He should definitely have the eco for a few knights at least. But yeah, it's not looking too good either way.
He's deployed the cav then, he's sending them over. Maybe a little bit too early, but obviously he's got a couple of spearmen with them as well. What's that, 1 knight and 2 scouts I see in there? Is that right? A couple more scouts coming up behind
it. Bit of a weird composition. I mean, you'd want to just stick with knights. You're in Castle Age. You don't want to be building feudal age units. I mean, the knights would clear the archers. He doesn't really need the pikes because the scouts aren't really there. I mean, they are around, but I just feel like the knights would take care of the scouts still. GG's been called. I told you, it's too much for them. They just couldn't handle that pressure. Like, J Blaze was way too far behind. He hit castle early, which was nice, but he had no eco behind it because he wasn't constantly producing builds.
That's it. And as soon as, I mean, look, Weber's pointed it out as well. As sneaky Vils has gone around there, but unfortunately they found that and took that down. So GG's been called. We're waiting on J Blaze to call it. Whether J Blaze feels as though he can pull it back here with the cav coming to the rescue or not. Let's see what's happening here.
As it sounds, J Blaze should have either brought army over sooner, or he, like I said, he should have had the eco to put spam the knights out and do more attacking. They played it so well, to be fair, though. They've just kept Loki off all his resources, kept them off his golds, which is the main thing, denying him the gold.
Yeah.
So he can't build any archers. And yeah, that's just pretty much won them the game, just denying that gold from Loki, their strongest player. They took him out, and yeah.
J Blaze researching husbandry now then. He's called it. He's called it GG. 1-0 then. 1-0 to try to take over the world. Interesting first game. 23 minutes. Arabia.
Very, very interesting. It's one of the fastest games that I think we've seen in this tournament so far. Like, it was a really quick game, but that's what happens with Arabia. I mean, it could either go a bit long or like just complete domination like we've just seen, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like playing open maps, because you can just see how brutal it can be sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. And Key, look, before we take a break, whilst the teams grab a glass of water and refresh and whatnot, is there anything you want to point out with these stats here? Is there anything you want to run through? I mean, is it worth looking at the up times here?
To be fair, I think the only way they could have defended from that is if Loki would have maybe had like some defensive towers, like Weber pointed out. Like, if he would have had them towers up early to defend them against those little rushes, he would have been completely fine. It's just too much pressure. He couldn't do it all. Like, he had both of them in his base as well. So it's he's only got 2 sets of eyes. He can't be looking everywhere, but he did his best.
Yeah.
But the only way I could see a way out for him was if he had early towers up. That's usually a good play on Arabia.
Yeah, that's it. Amesy pointing out at the end there, J Blaze needed to split off his infantry and cavalry so that he can get the cavalry over much faster.
He is right.
Even one knight can kill a bunch of archers. Yeah. Very, very true. Very true. Well, look, guys, it's not over yet. It is best of 3. We could see another 2 games. We could just see one more. Let's see what happens. Keith, thanks ever so much for sticking with us. Guys, we will be right back with more action.
Yep, just gonna be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back for round 2 of the losers bracket, match 12. Try to take over the world versus the bastards. How are we getting on, Key?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I've just got back. Just got
Good.
myself a coffee
Oh,
while I'm
lovely
waiting.
stuff. That's what you need. If it's going to be anything like last night's, I'll tell you now,
I know,
arena game, then we're gonna need it.
I watched casting on that. Was very good. It was good. That last game was crazy.
Absolutely
All their games are
fantastic.
crazy. They're like always back and forth, weren't they?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
constant
yeah.
action.
Constant. One side to the other side. One side to the other side. It
Yeah.
was pretty epic, as they will say.
It was
Um,
the Goths one, the one where they were pushing with the Husk girls. That was, I think that was the first or second game.
Fantastic. Okay, so arena, we're back in the mix. Let's kick it off, and not hang around. Let's give these viewers what they've come for. So let's go again. It's gonna be an interesting one. Let's see if it's as quick as the last round. Although with arena it can't be that quick, Keith, surely.
Oh, it can be if the strategy with arena, it's either like you're gonna try and boom, and play like a big army type game, or you're gonna have some sort of aggression. Humans, like they have capped ram in feudal, which can be quite annoying to deal with. This is what I mean. There's a lot of strategy on arena. You can have castle dropped into fast, fast Imperial Turks, but
That's
obviously
it.
we've got two Khmer, Britons, and Cumans. So Khmer players can obviously go ballista elephant. They can even chop round round the tree lines and send in some knights and stuff, and be very annoying.
Wow. It's gonna be interesting to see that action then. Same as what we've said before, deleting the walls right at the start there
Yeah, you need to switch from
to
intermission to game.
to make the room at the back there. Thanks for pointing that out, Keith. Appreciate that. So that's how we're looking then. Let's see. So what have we got? We've got Loki as Khmer. What do we make of that? Obviously saw them late game last night, but felt they wasn't used to their full potential, Key.
Yeah, they I'd say they're more of like a late game because obviously once the farms start once you've got a lot of farms going, and stuff like that. And just
Perfect. Good stuff.
more of a late game civ in my opinion.
Okay, Jay Blaze then. He chose Britons, renowned for their longbowmen, right?
Yeah, so Britons are very very hard to deal with. Once they get into castle to imp with the trebs and the longbows fully upgraded, they can just play you at range the whole game.
That's it. That's right. A full range civ, right? Totally epic there. Okay, so going over to try to take over the world then. Blue is Wimpsley again. Very interesting choice. He's gone Khmer as well.
Yeah, that is quite interesting. I'm guessing he's probably got the same idea, just using a strong civilization. Like them ballista elephants. Once you've got a good mass of them, very hard again to deal with.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yeah,
Rev in the chat there pointing out Khmer get huge advantage of not needing buildings to advance.
yeah. So
Could go
that's
quick
another.
castle knights and rams.
Yeah, we could see that. We could see like one elephant. We could see a chop round the tree line with rams coming into the base. We could see a lot of early aggression from the Wimpsley and Holy Sheep. So
Yeah. And let's go over to Holy Sheep then. So Cummins.
yeah.
I like Cummins.
Yeah, they're a good save. They get obviously an extra town centre in feudal, so they could boom up nicely. They can have extra vills, big eco boost behind that if they do it right. Or they can play like you say early aggression. They can still do two TCs and start like a ram push because they get their early capped ram.
Perfect. Tuilula. I think I've pronounced that right. Again, apologies if I've got it wrong there. Is that Zoom better for you? Do give me the feedback in the chat as and when you feel the need. I was going to make sure that the viewing experience is as good for you guys as it is for everybody else as well. So yeah, let us know if there's anything you want me to change or yeah, zoom in or zoom out or whatnot, and we'll try and mix it up throughout the game as well, so that we can see as much of the action as possible for you. So, all right, scouting again then, nice and early from everybody. Obviously, pretty standard on Arena, right, Key?
Yeah. So you just want to be scout, obviously, just looking for the relics and stuff. See where your opponent's walls are, stuff like that. See other resources in the middle if you're gonna need them for later on. You can even
Yeah,
see where your opponent's like goals are, or like if you get to the walls and you shift click the walls, you can get a good vision to see what's just inside their base. You could see a few buildings if they put them forward. You could also see like gold over the walls. So if you put a forward castle and obviously denied, say, that forward gold there on that wall, that would be a really good castle drop right there. That would
yeah,
deny that gold.
yeah.
And then obviously if you had a few units pushing in, there's another gold right in front of it. So they're very bad gold spots for
For
Loki.
Loki
Again, again, again,
again.
yeah. Not
Wow,
looking good for him.
he's not going to be happy about that, right?
If that happens, right, I wouldn't be happy.
No, no. I mean, look. Let's be honest though. Wimsley got the same issue, right? He's got gold, very forward on his base as well. Holy Sheep probably a little bit better positioned with the gold to the rear of his base there. J Blaze looks like he's got the best gold pile of the lot.
Yeah, they've got their team seems to have J Blaze has 2 safe golds. I'd say Holy Sheep has 1 safe gold, but the others, Wimpsley and Loki, it's kind of evened out then. But I'd say the other team still have the better gold.
Yeah.
What's the name of the team name? Sorry. Uh,
So Briyani.
I
So yeah, we've had a name change.
Briyani.
We had a message through from management, just advising that the name has changed. And normally we don't like the name changes, but I think in this occasion we're all happy with that name change. We're not going to get told off. We're not going to get smack bums, as the Twitch gods would say.
Just another one while whoever's on the stream channel now as the Hermetica clan, could they just change the bastard's name to what is it?
Yeah,
Briyani?
Brian. Yeah, that's
Because
right.
I can't do it as I've been logged out of, so whoever can do that, please.
No
Great.
problem. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so so we got Wimsley going up to feudal. We've got both J Blaze and Loki there. J Blaze slightly ahead of Loki. Decent times, Key.
Yeah, I'd say decent times. What's that forward buildings from Teal, by the way? I'm just seeing over there on the map there
There we
now.
go. Got a siege push happening early on then.
So that could be the capped ram push that I was talking about. So he doesn't seem to be going to TC. He seems to be doing the aggression. And if he does deny this goal, this could be great.
And let's be honest, Key. I mean, it's from Holy Sheep. He's not Loki's side.
No, he's
So
not.
the strat is the scout's going to find it now. Let's have a little look. Let's just quickly click on the switch to fog mode. There we go. Loki has just seen that siege push at front there. Let's see how he's going to respond, Key. What do you think he's going to do?
By the looks of it, Loki's just hit feudal. He was the last one to hit feudal, so he could be in a fast castle. So if he gets knights out fairly soon, this could stop this push and not look great for Holy Sheep because it'll put him behind.
And you're spot on, Key. The click to castle has just happened, buddy. 2 minutes 10 seconds to go.
Yeah. So that's probably not looking great now for Holy Sheep. It's gonna hit him hard when he sees that castle and it hits up. Then Rams aren't gonna do too much by the time he hits castle. And they see the stable coming up now. Yeah, and he's gonna have enough to build a few knights by that time. So this is not looking great. It looked great, but now it's not. It's looking quite bad, in my opinion, for Holy Sheep.
Fantastic.
I think if Wimpsley was to put a forward castle, or if he was to kick up the castle and get a castle down there, that could stop these knights coming out. But just by looking at it now, it's not looking too good.
I mean, we've got Wimsley away. He's not far behind, is he, for the castle time for Loki there. Let's see if it happens in time, as you say. I mean, no stable from Loki yet.
No, there is a stable.
Sorry, there's one there. I do apologise. Look at that. My eyesight's terrible. Hiding behind the house there.
So he's going to see knights queuing in that straight away, I believe. He probably knows these rams are coming.
Let's see how quick he does it. Straight to castle, bang, he's straight on the knights. He was very right there, but 4 rams looking pretty strong with the scouts following up behind them there. Let's see if he manages to get in.
He hasn't got any army, think about that, to defend the rams, so they're quite easy to deal with. If he had like maybe some archers. With Cumans, you could go into some archers as well, which would have been nice, because they would have been able to kill them villagers as well.
Yeah.
And maybe the odd few pikes would. I don't know. No, he wouldn't have had pikes. He would have had spearmen, and they wouldn't have been great against knights, to be fair either.
Okay, so looking at it then, we can see that Wimsley's probably going for the boomers Khmer then.
Seems to be that way.
You know, maybe looking to get those ballista elephants out, pretty sharpish. Although he's got a knight on the way, one can only assume it's going to be to help counter the knights that are going to now come out from Loki there. He's got 3 knights on it, just against the one with the rams. I think the rams are in trouble there, Key, right?
Yeah, they're in trouble, and I'm not liking the knight because, like you say, then they're just knights against knights, right? I mean, just gonna trade equally. A camel would have been nice. I don't know if Khmer get a camel, but I'm pretty sure they do. But yeah, this rush is quite useless. It's a waste of resources with them rams.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna lose them all.
Holy Sheep moving on to his second TC now. Then pretty standard, obviously being Cummins in feudal. You know, we're going to expect to see a big boom. I would like to see a big boom from Holy Sheep, right?
I'd like to see it. I'm not too sure on the villager count right now. It's looking, yeah, it still looks like he's been booming because he's taken the Vill lead. He's been producing out of that one TC.
100%. Yeah. Holy Sheep on 36 Vills now, coming out there like rapid fire. Loki on 29, J Blaze 27. And then followed by Wimsley on 24. So a few Vills behind there from Wimsley. And why do we feel that could be, Key?
Just because he went castle early, and maybe he's focused on maybe getting those knights out a bit sooner. Maybe not. Maybe didn't have the food to build vills at the same time. Yeah, I'd always produce villagers before, obviously military, just because you always want to keep your TC working at all times, even if it's one villager, you know, just queued up.
Yeah.
At a time. And maybe that could have been the reason. He could have queued up a few knights at once, you know, like say that's if you think like a knight costs like 60 food, is it? So if you think that like you queue up 3 of them, that's 180 food. You could have queued up 1 and say 2 villagers. And yeah, it's just a better way to like produce your units, you know. You don't want to queue up a lot of stuff because you've got a lot of food just sat there doing nothing.
Yeah. Interesting debate going on in the chat there, Key. Not sure if you're seeing this, but it's quite interesting. K1's joined the channel as well now. K1, welcome in, buddy. Again, great game for yesterday. Very well played there with Amesy. But look, the conversation is quite interesting. So, you know, Webber feels that the ram push shouldn't have been done in the first place unless they had the army there to deal with it, Key. Exactly what you mentioned. However, K1 rightly points out they did force 2 sables and no extra TC out of the high elo player.
That is correct as well. That is another thing, yeah. So that he didn't have the wood to build that extra TC, so he's going to be behind on bills. So very right again. It's just it's not looking good. It's not looking good in terms of both teams in senses like.
Yeah. Okay, look, Loki, I don't know if he's scouting here or if he's going to look at doing some damage. Yeah, he's going to look to see if he can push into Wimsley and raid now. Whether he's picking up on the fact that he's a little bit behind on the score, so you know, clearly down on the Vill count there as well with 31. Only a few behind Loki though. So yeah, I think that push did push him back a little bit. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think if they can defend against these knights. Oh no, that's just a really bad mistake. What's just happened then? Like this could be really bad now. Like he could have easily defended that, you know, just kept building the gates and protected and boom behind it.
Yeah, chat's going mental right now, Key. People are calling it.
Bad.
People are saying that's it. It's going to be GG's after this rush. Let's see if Loki can pull it off. I mean, Weemsley's got some good walling going on here, trying to protect his woodline villagers. Obviously, he can just ping these villagers back under the TC to get that fire to help take them down, which he's just done that. But he's got round, and it looks like he's in.
Yeah, he's going to be in. They should have quick walled the wood line off. Just 2 houses or a palisade on each side there would have blocked that off. Yeah, but he's doing it in the wrong places. It looks like a bit too late. No. Yeah, it's a bit too late now.
He's in with the Knights, yeah. It's going to be pretty
Yeah.
damaging now for Wilmsley. I mean, let's watch his Vil count. He's already down to 24, 22,
Warland
21, 20.
was bad. Like he shouldn't have tried to build it next to the farms. He should have just closed off the free line straight away.
He's down to 14 Vils now. He's not in a good place at all as the team scores. Loki's team, Briyani, really starting to take the lead now. A little 11 emote come out from Wimsley there, blatantly laughing at Loki for what he's done.
I think Loki's team wins this easily. Wimsley, I mean, slight mistake by using that knight to open the gate. That's cost him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Knight's coming out now to try and chase that out. Although, look at this key. We've got an interesting push happening from, a push. I'd say it's probably more of a defensive a move, this, right? Castle down with the 2 archery rangers.
Yeah, this is probably just going to be like maybe him trying to go up to it. I don't know, actually, because he's quite behind on the eco still. I'm guessing he's just going to build a few archers and just try and help.
That's it. It's got to be support for Loki, right? That's what that is.
A little bit of support. Probably just to defend off against stuff, but I don't see a way for try to take over now to come back into the game.
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
Yep, causing a nuisance in his base now. Holy Sheep's coming to the rescue with camels, and Keith, you said this at very early on, right? The switch to camel should have been made pretty much straight away. Probably accompanying the rams, right?
Yeah. You should, or I would have had say archers with the rams, only because you want to try and kill the Vils over the wall.
Okay, yeah, makes perfect sense. Yeah. Would that have a frustrated Loki there, losing those knights inside the base? I mean, is it a big issue at this stage of the game? Did he do his? I think he did his damage, didn't he? 19 Vils, Wimsley now.
He's done his damage. They were probably just because they were locked. They were trapped in that base. So they were going to have to die at some point. So as long as he just kept them moving around and stuff for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. So Amesy don't think that's a good location for the castle. It's neither offensive or defensive.
Yeah, I would have liked it on gold rather than stone anyway.
Yeah.
Stone's not that important. You want to try and take away the gold from your enemy.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so maybe here, maybe a bit more forward, covering this gold here. I mean, Loki's clearly putting the castle down there as well now. Obviously, Holy Sheep has now seen this. He's seen what's going on. So, communication lines must be interesting now. Wouldn't mind listening to the same.
That gold on Teal's base at the front of his gate. Go further down. I would have said the castle there would have been, in front of that. That would have been really good.
Would have been a good spot for it. Okay, some more action happening out the front of Loki's base now, trying to deny that castle. I think they need to deny the castle, but under J Blaze's castle, maybe it was a good place.
Yeah, it's probably gonna help Loki get that castle up. I mean, but
that's it. J Blaze second TC down now. Again, fantastic play from the lower elo player here. Providing support to the higher elo player, getting the TC down. Working as a team. It's what we like to see, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised with this Holy Sheep guy. He's really surprised me because he's meant to be one of the low elo players, right? Isn't Wimsley a good elo, or is he the low elo? I'm unsure.
I think it's I think they're quite mixed, but I think Holy Sheep's the higher elo out of the two of them, but I don't think by much. I'm not sure if someone in the chat could correct me on that. Holy Sheep is 1500 elo, is where he's at. So yeah, very good player indeed.
That's probably why then he's showing his. Yeah, I think. Is showing
forward TC coming down now from Holy Sheep outside the front of his base. Obviously going to help mine all of that gold. It'll be interesting to see if we get a castle next to it as well, just to protect it. Yeah, he's got the stone for it, right? Are we going to see another castle go down here? And I think we are. Yeah, just the other side.
I'd like to see it on Orange's base. Take away some of that gold. I mean, Orange is quite far behind still, but so's Blue. So, yeah, I think if he puts... Oh, he's going for a defensive. He's playing defensive by the looks of it. But
okay, very interesting. As Amesy just pointed out in the chat, he's deleted a hole in the wall there to help get the villagers out a bit quicker. Is he going to forget That is the question. We'll have to keep an eye on that one and come back to that a bit later. Obviously, they've got to get past the castle on TC first, but back up outside Loki's base then. Loki's now creating these ballista elephants. Second forward castle going. It looks like a castle drop's coming. With an outpost. Key, explain the outpost.
I have no idea. I'm not sure if it still is going to give extra vision beyond that castle, but I'm pretty sure the castle gives enough vision if you have like town watch and town patrol.
Okay, perhaps to put it up before the castle goes up, because it's quicker to get that up than the castle, so maybe they do get the vision. Yeah, so Rev pointed out, it's just to see if they push the castle. Makes perfect sense now, doesn't it? Good stuff. Cool, alright, Vil count then, let's have a little look. Loki's running away with it, right? Loki is absolutely running away with it. 3 TCs down. 94 Vils is his Vil count now. Second up will be Holy Sheep then on 84 Vils. Although he has got the 3 TCs down, so it's obviously giving him a bit of a help in terms of the push there. J Blaze 46 villagers coming up quite nicely there, and obviously Wilmsley still trying to make it back up with just 33 Vils there. Let's see now. So we've got a push coming in from Briyani. Let's see how we go on. How are these going to fare up then? Longbowman with Ballista Elephant's Key. Is that a good combo?
I'd say it's a good combo, but I would say there could be better combinations because they're both range units. I'd still like to see some like cavalry unit down on the field, but he probably knows what they're going into, so I'm guessing he's just using it as like a tank type of unit for the archers to sit behind.
Yeah. Okay. Holy Sheep massing quite a large number of knights now. It's good timing, right? I think they need it. It's going to be interesting to see what Wimsley does to stop this push coming, I think.
Yeah, Britain's can always switch into Halb if needed. I mean, they get a good infantry line.
That's it. So. First treb out now by Loki as well. He went in without me noticing, actually. I have to apologise on that one. Missed that one off. Although Wimsley is actually 10 seconds off of Imperial as well. So even with just 33 Vils, he's managed to click up.
Yeah, it's not good because you're gonna get to imp, but what are you gonna be able to produce? Like, look at his resources. He's got like 600 gold. The most he could build is like a few units, like which is not the best. Look at his wood. Look at his food. He's got 10 on food.
Just the 1 TC.
Yeah, you want to at least go imp about 70 to 100 Vils, like at least in that range anyway. Like this depends on like if you have like got the resources to build units and trebs and stuff, but he hasn't got like the resources to do a castle. You know, he hasn't got the resources to build more TCs. Like, it's not good. He hasn't even boomed or anything. Like, he's just gone straight in.
Yeah.
And by the looks of it, he's had to have a lot of idle TC time to get to him.
To get up there, most definitely. That's right. Whimsy now then got a treb in the queue, so we're going to see the trebuchets coming out from trying to take over the Worlds team. Frank's Cohen's now up to Cavalier as well, so obviously this is going to be a bit more of a pain in the backside for Briyani. I mean, what do we make of that? What's the Cavs like against these elite ballistas?
They're trade pretty equal. I mean, if them ballista elephants, if them Cav run into it with a castle range, and a few of the archers should clear it up. But yeah, they still tank a lot of the damage. But
third castle now then for Loki. Real forward castle now, really trying to put this pressure on Wimsley. It's gonna be tough to get out of this, right?
Yeah. This could be a decent fight here, as you can see. The cavalry should probably win. That's why he probably, I say, Britain's players shouldn't just go archers if he's building ballista elephants, because they're basically an archer. He should have at least some albs in there.
Yeah, okay, just to complement them. Alright, K1. Oh no, Wimsley thinks Khmer have a bombard cannon. He is rushing university for chemistry. Yeah, we saw that one going up there. And he's already got a siege workshop. You know, or is it for the Scorpion? He needs some sort of siege, is what is pointing out. Is it GG's yet?
I don't know, but Wimpsley's villagers have kind of stayed consistently around 30 for like a while now.
Yeah.
It's concerning.
Let's
for him.
see what this idle TC time is, shall we?
There's only so much Holy Sheep can do right now to keep his teammate in the game. I mean, as soon as you see that switch to Halb, those Cavalier are going to go down. You're going to get pushed back. I mean, what's his name? Jay Blaze,
yeah, in orange, that's it.
It's food and wood eco looking like, would you?
Yeah, we'll go back to those, no problem at all, buddy. There you go. We're floating
So, yeah.
900, 600.
So yeah, it's not too bad. He could produce quite a few bikes and halbs. You know, he hasn't got the gold to go up to halb, but he could produce a few bikes.
Second TC going down for Wimsley there as well. Then, you know, maybe you wanted to click up and then worry about the boom key.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide what they could do in this situation. I mean, Holy Sheep has got a great massive bloody Cavalier, which is not looking good right now.
No, and surely it's not going to be long until these go up to Paladins, right?
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, they're both in Imp. Jay Blaze isn't, and it doesn't look like he's anywhere near Imperial. So, I mean, if Wimpsley catches up on the villager lead now, this could be really good for them.
Yeah.
Like, to get back in the game. This would be their chance to take it back.
Yeah. Okay, and obviously with the Cav protecting the Trebs there, it's going to be real tough for these guys to get these Trebs down, right? And whilst they're up, these castles are just going to...
Yeah, but we are seeing the pike switch, and he has got 25 in the queue, which this is what I talked about. And as soon as the numbers come out, if he gets a few more buildings down, which he is doing, he's producing more forward barracks. This could change around again, though. This could be one of those games that we could be watching, where it literally is just back and forth, because the units just keep switching.
Yeah, keep switching them up. And that's the beauty of the game, right? That's why we love Age of Empires, ladies and gentlemen. It's an RTS game. It's a real-time strategy. You've got to be quick on your feet. You know, you can't zone out in this game, as some people do. You know, you got to be on the ball. You've got to be thinking on the fly, right?
Yeah, definitely. Always got to be thinking on the fly. And I'm not liking the fact that these Cavalier have sat here for a bit. I know they are protecting the Trebs, but...
Well, they're giving Loki all the time to mass these elite ballista elephants, and you know, as Amesy quite rightly pointed out, everybody knows masses of ballista elephants are so difficult to beat.
Especially when they've got the pikes in front as the shield, take care of the Cavalier. It should be a good fight here with monks as well. We just spotted those monks, but this should be good if they get a few conversions. Oh, there's not a few monks, there's one monk. I thought they were longbows.
There was one monk that got flattened instantly, so it seems, Key.
He's still standing by the longbows.
So I assume now Loki's targeting the Trebs over the Cavs, right? Just to get them back, and the pushback's clearly working here.
Yeah.
You know, Wimsley's really got to pull something out of the bag, right? He's really got to come to the show now.
Yeah, but he's catching up on Vils, and as he's catching up, you can see Jay Blaze is slowing down because he's focusing more on the army units now. But like you say, it's going to be like a back and forth based off of what I'm seeing, just because.
And let's look at this as well. Sorry to cut you off, Key, but look at the score difference. You know, anyone watching this game right now, anyone sat in the Twitch viewer in the chat channel is going to be looking at it. And if you just joined as well, you're going to be looking. You're going to think to yourself, Loki's team, you know, Briyani, Loki and Jay Blaze, they've got it in the bag. They look like they've got it in the bag. They've got a strong push going on. You know, they look like they've done a lot of damage, but then you look at the score, it tells a different story.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look at his villagers from Holy Sheep.
148 villagers, and he's still got 2 in the queue.
He's got a crazy eco. He's focusing on his eco, which is good, because he can always delete bills if he needs to once his eco catches up. But that'll mean he'll be able to produce more of these Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Probably got a lot of food.
Yeah. Key, what's going through Holy Sheep's mind here as his Vils wanders off into fantastic castle?
Maybe a castle's drop, yeah.
It looks like he's changed his mind in terms of the position where he puts it. And obviously in the meantime, Loki continues his push forward with these elite ballista elephants. They seem unstoppable.
Right now they are, because Wimpsley is not building any sort of units. He's building Arbalest, which is really strange because I don't see what Arbalest is going to do in this composition. I mean, I would like to see like maybe some Rams and some Halbs because he is humans after all. You know, the Rams are good, so I'd like to see some Rams and some Halbs. I don't know if they get Halbs. I'm not 100% sure if they do get Halb, but...
Okay, we're up to Paladin now, Key. Is he going to make much of a difference?
Yeah, just make him tankier, more damage. But it's not against this flood of Ballista Elephant and Halb. And I think Loki, are they Loki's own Halbs? Now he's mixed it, yeah, he's mixed his own Halbs. This is not looking great. Not at all.
Okay, looks like Holy Sheep's trying to run around the back there to see if he can get in for a quick cheeky raid, and obviously if he's successful with that raid, it's going to definitely do some damage. Obviously Loki at 138 vils there, so if they can take some of those off, certainly going to give them more of a fighting chance. And obviously, look, as we're talking, the scores have switched.
Because these are slow unit, I think Loki should just forget about what this guy's there. You know, just forget about these for now. Because if they do a little bit of damage, he can always rebuild the villagers back. I would focus on pushing the forward bases down, like that castle, and you know, just still putting pressure on the front of them.
Okay, J Blaze in the meantime looks like he's putting down another forward/defensive castle. You know, it's neither here or there really. I think he's just looking to secure that bit of gold off to the right of that. And Holy Sheep with a castle deployed right behind it. Very interesting indeed. What's to say that that castle there gets deleted before it goes down?
Yeah, it's probably not going to go up just based off the location. I mean, there is a siege workshop and a ramp right next to it. So, yeah, this monstrosity of elephants is now looking insanely scary to deal with, mixed in with the Halbs.
There's 30 elite ballista elephants there, Key.
16 archers. The archers could be coming useful for these Halbs, but I don't see how they're going to take care of them ballista elephants. They'll just melt you. Trying to think now.
That's a massive some military buildings right there. You know, the difference between J Blaze and Holy Sheep's mass of military buildings as well is an interesting one.
Yeah. This is the switch Holy Sheep needed. He needs to switch into some sort of say like Halb and some like, you know, because there's nothing much he can do. He'll run out of gold at some point in time, and he'll need to be matching them. And I'd mix in some siege as well for these elephants. A nice big shot with, like, you know, an onager, even a bombard coming to take care of some of them elephants. And that's the only real effective way to deal with them. Like, say, or even rams. Rams, put Halbs in the rams, and the rams even do a lot of damage to the elephants.
And run through that way. Yeah.
Yeah. And then once the rams open up, you've got Halbs at the feet of the elephants.
Yeah.
So,
look at the boom from Loki, Key. Absolutely unbelievable, and this is what you got to do in arena, right? Get those farms down, get those villages out, and just boom.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously doesn't the Khmer farms. They just give, I think it's like one food every, like, you know, at a time. Every time that villager collects from the farm, it gives you that instant food.
That's
so it's
it.
like.
Moving back over to here then, Key. This is looks like it's going to be an interesting battle. I think sooner or later, Holy Sheep really needs to start thinking about J Blaze, because J Blaze has been really left alone in his base here. You know, he's been given the opportunity to really start to try and mass things up with those two forward castles.
If you look at J Blaze's villagers, 73. He was on 72 like 5-10 minutes ago. I mean, this is what I'm saying. He's focusing too much on the military rather than his eco. This is allowing Wimpstead to slowly catch up on the build lead. Now he's at 64. He was down to 14 at one point. So as soon as that village takes over and his eco starts coming back and he can produce more units, I think J Blaze is going to fade out of the game, and maybe Holy Sheep can bring it back. But now Loki is being the dominant one, and Holy Sheep is literally barely hanging him.
And the score's certainly painting that story, that's for sure. You know, really running away with that scoreline now. You know, as Holy Sheep looks like he's trying to pull everything out the bag to see if he can fight against this. Obviously, J Blaze repairing his castle there. I don't know how long he's going to do that for until he runs out of the stone. He already has. He's run out of the stone. So looks like this castle's going to be going down very soon, and then the next one. So looks like the push J Blaze's side is coming off.
Yeah, definitely. And even Rev's just saying like them ballista elephants could literally just chop those trees down right there, go in, take away the gold from Wimpsley, basically harass that eco again. And but I mean, I still don't think Loki's too worried about him at the moment because he knew he'd done a lot of damage and he hasn't seen much army from him, so he's probably not that
From
scared.
Wimpsley, yeah, exactly that. You know, we haven't really seen any army at all, have we? From Wimpsley coming through. The odd knights here or there, but I would have thought we'd have seen the ballista elephants by now.
Yeah, he's just that far behind by the looks of it, but so is Blaze. I mean, like Wimpsey is caught up now on villages. Like pretty much, there's like he's still on 73. He's not producing any villages. It's like he's just forgot about his eco and he's just focusing solely on producing units.
And trying to get the military units out. Yeah, and if we look at the military unit compositions then between the two teams, Briyani with 93 and tried to take over with 66. It's tough. It's tough. I'm struggling to see a way out. See a way out for trying to take it over the world, and we could see a 1-1 midway. We could go to 3 games, Key.
But I definitely think it's going to go to 3 games. Just by the way it's looking, not to put any like say bad, onto Loki or anything. Loki played this so well. He just hasn't had the support he needed from his teammate. Like, I mean, Blaze, don't get me wrong, was doing a great job. I feel like he just stopped producing villagers at one point, which is we're still seeing. He's just stopped. We haven't seen a single villager from him for at least 15 minutes in game time, which is not good.
Yeah.
You always want to keep them villagers because like he can only produce so much army and it's not enough. So at that point you've got to think, right, well if I can't produce enough units, I need to get my eco better to produce more military buildings, to produce more units.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Amesy pointing out it's like Wimsley has forgot he's got elephants. I mean, surely that's not the case, Key, right?
I think he hasn't got the eco for it. I mean, look at his food and gold.
Yeah.
And he's producing archers. I mean, I'm not sure the reasoning behind the archers. I'm not sure what they're trying to counter. Because, I mean, you've got Britons, they got better archers, they got extra range, so you really would want to go into that.
Yeah, with a long bowman. Okay, so Holy Sheep successfully got the 2 castles down from Jay Blaze that were quite forward there, but looks like he's lost the majority of his army in doing so.
Definitely. I just don't see a way.
Skr, hurt. There we go. The GG's called, ladies and gentlemen. Little bit quicker than I thought. I thought they might have tried to hang in there a little bit more. Maybe Whimsy to try and switch up his military stats.
That's a mad GG. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't expecting that. I don't see how that game was over. Like, I'm really confused. But yeah, that was a good game. But I still didn't think that was over for Holy Sheep's team. I still think they had plenty of chance to come back into that.
1,500 score difference, Key. It's not a lot, is it?
No, they could have set up trade. I mean, if they are struggling with gold, like EMG said, they could set up trade. But I feel like with Wimsley catching up on the village lead, it was about to switch round any moment.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yet again, another interesting series, guys, here on the Hermetica Clan Pangea 2v2 tourney. Thanks for tuning in, everybody in the chat. What a game, Rev. You are very true. What a game it is indeed. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Do stick with us, all right? Give us a couple of minutes again. Let the teams get some refreshments, get their fingers massaged so they're ready to go again for the final game of this best of 3 in the losers brackets of the Pangea Tourney 2v2 knockouts with Team Briyani on 1 and try to take over the world on 1. Key, before we switch to be right back, buddy. Anything you want to cover on the stats quickly? Obviously, it's good to talk about this for the viewers, definitely. Is there anything you want to point out?
Now looking at it, can clearly see the eco difference from Loki to Holy Sheep, but it didn't look that much of a difference in the game. But it probably makes sense why they did GG because the gold difference probably. But then again, he had more gold. Maybe he just lost all his gold units, like all those knights that he invested in. Maybe that was what cost him.
Yeah, Okay. So what it should have been a case of ram push with knights or ram push with camels. Definitely way before the Rams were ready to go. They needed to have that army back there, and maybe that early mistake. And obviously with the walling as well, right? With Wimsley, he let Loki in with the knights there to come in for the early game raid. And hate to say it, Key, but was that the turning point?
I think that was probably the turning point. I think that at that point I thought the game was GG, but I still had hope for you know the other team to come back into it. I really did see a way. Like I always think in every game. I mean, if you've got the determination and you've got the time, like you can still bring it
Need to
back.
push through, yeah. And look,
Yeah,
they was 1-0 up. You know, we said it last night's game. Was the GG called early? If you're 1-0 up, why don't you push it? You've got nothing to lose. If you can, steal that 2-0 win, finish the game early, wrap it up, job done, right?
yeah, definitely.
Good
It
stuff,
was
guys. 30 seconds to a minute, couple of minutes. We will be right back with the last set of the best of three. More action to come. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back here in live in action for the last match, match 12, the last game, sorry, should I say, of this best of 3 set between Trying to Take Over the World versus Briyani. We had a team change mid-game, so if you watched the first one and saw it was the naughty B word, it has since been changed there. So yes, it is exactly the same team. All right, so no changes over there. Let's get Key back in. Key, are you there live and direct with us, buddy? No, we've lost our co-cast. Key, are you there, buddy?
I think he said he'll be back shortly.
There we go. Perfect. Good stuff. Look at that. Look, stepping in, you absolute legend. Good stuff. All right. Well, look, we're not gonna wait around anymore. We're not gonna keep you viewers waiting too long. We are live. We are ready. The guys are going right now. So I don't know if you can see on my screen there. Then we've got Seize the Mountain. So interesting map. Obviously, it wasn't a choice by these guys, as you all very well know from the other series that we've been casting throughout the Pangea 2v2 tourney. It's all decided by the Wololo Masterbot, who's our official partner for this tourney. Link in the chat, so please do go check them out. It's a great bot, really handy to use if you can't decide on a map. There you go. That's the easiest way I can describe that. So look, we'll get the match kicked off. We'll start jumping through it. Hopefully Key can be back with us as soon as possible, and hopefully everything's all right there. So without further ado, as we say, let's spectate with CA and get cracking, shall we? Let's go.
Yo, I'm back.
Hey Key, welcome back, buddy. We are rocking and rolling. You've come back at the absolute perfect time. We're literally just rocking through now. So, Seize the Mountains, the map, Key. We'd love your thoughts. Was hoping we could get your thoughts before we go into it. Do you know it well?
No, never played it and never seen it.
Fantastic.
Didn't play it either.
Okay, good stuff. All right, well look, first things first, we can see. It looks like a lot of resources. Yeah, water map, but looks like a lot of resources on there as well.
Shallow. So that means they can walk along that, so it's not really a water.
Okay. Okay, obviously no fishes on there either as well then. I assume you can't wall it.
Not on the shallows, no, but I mean that you can still wall around there, before the sand. So
Okay, so yeah, they could technically still wall their base off. All right, so just quickly then, before we go on to the teams and who they are and what they're playing, obviously the middle, I assume this is where you want to go. Could we compare it to Gold Rush or Gold Pit, something like that perhaps, but not just necessarily full of gold?
There's a fair bit of stone and like resources, but all the relics, by the looks of it, are in the middle, and the wood. Like, look at how small the wood piles are on their little islands. Yeah. So yeah, if you get, say, a TC and a castle up in the centre and deny their wood, it can be hard to deal with.
It could be a quick GG.
Yeah.
And are we going to see it? All right, well, look, 1-1 then, all to play for in this set. Surely we're not going to see any early GGs because they all want to go for and have their chance to come back into that winners bracket. So again, just to run through that, this is a losers bracket game. This one, so these guys have both played in the main bracket but lost their games unfortunately. So, but as we said plenty of times, we like to give people the opportunity to come back and win it again. So the winners of the losers bracket will go on to face the winners of the winners bracket and have like a grand master battle at the end, which will be fantastic. So what we're going to do, a little bit of lag there in the game apparently, but let's crack through then. So Loki with the Mongols, Key, we know what they can do late game, right?
Yeah, very, very good late game. Even just not even late game, just like early castle age can be annoying with the Manga dies. They get castle up early. Manga dies could be really good at raiding on this map.
Yep.
If they don't wall up early. Even just for get that big pile of wood in the middle would be good for raiding in there as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, and J Blaze then. So J Blaze has gone for Bulgarians, and we saw that on the first map, I believe, right? Was that Windley's pick?
Yeah, it's one of their picks. But yeah, they've got that bonus, haven't they? I think it's the units. The units have. I'm not too sure. I'll have to go back into the chat
and have a little look. Yeah, that's right. That's good. Okay, so let's have a little look then. Holy Sheep, Gajaras, great Civ, lots of bonuses.
Yeah, Gajaras. They can garrison their sheep into the mills to get that food bonus going.
Which is down there.
They start off with a forage bush under the TC as well. That's usually used to use your starting vills on, because obviously you're not going to need your sheep.
Fantastic, very good to know. Okay, and then Wimpsley finally then Bohemians.
Yes. Good gunpowder civ, so they get in the late game. Obviously they could be quite hard to deal with Hoovenitchis, and
yeah,
they've got a lot of units. I'm sure Bohemians can switch into a lot of different things. They've got good archers, they've got good gunpowder units like hand cannoneers, they've got obviously bombards, they've got quite a range of different units. I'm sure they lack spearmen though. I'm sure they don't get a pike upgrade. I'm sure that they lack pikes.
Rev giving us the info there. Rev, nice copy and paste job. But thanks for the information nonetheless. There you are. If you're in the chat and you want to know what Bohemians can do, there you go. The Rev Miracle, the legend. I think Rev needs to be a mod on the Twitch channel. I think. For his relentless hard work in helping the casters with info as well, and obviously for you viewers as well, which is good. So looks like we've got a bit of action happening already then with the scouts. Same sort of strat, Key. Gonna look to put the early pressure on Loki.
We could see that. I mean, that seems to be the strategy they've gone for most games, both games that we've seen. Oh, the first game we've seen anyway. Sorry. But yeah.
Okay, cool, good stuff. All right, so look at this, Holy Sheep luring his goat there. Ibex, sorry, not goat. Looks like a goat to me. Look at that.
Follow technique.
Fantastic, lovely, nicely done. Look, everyone got to see that. I like that. I enjoy that.
Surprised that Wimpsty hasn't give Holy Sheep his.
Give him his sheep. Holy Sheep is sheep. Holy Sheep needs the sheep. Look at that. Loki then, first one up to feudal with a sub 9 minute time. Not bad time at all. Closely followed by Wimpsty there and Holy Sheep in the background. So it's looks like it's just Jay Blaze that we're waiting on to click up.
We could see scouts into Fast Castle from Loki, which is hopefully what we do see. Because
I mean, that is one party round the bushes, right? That is one party round the bushes. 14 vills on berries there. Trying to get that food in so he can get a quick click up to feudal.
Loki's already sent his villagers to the wood in the middle.
That's it.
So that could be a good start.
Also with a barracks and a stable going up there as well. So that's it. Jay Blaze now he's clicked up to feudal, so he's a little bit behind there, but he's up nonetheless. So it's good to see Jay Blaze. Good stuff. Good work there. Decent amount of resources in the middle.
Yeah, and we are seeing scouts from Loki, which this could be really good for Loki if he gets a good few raids off with these scouts. He has obviously got a forward little base on this wood line as well, so it's going to save him time later on. Obviously, if he puts outposts forward as well to get vision, he could deny a lot of wood from them, and it could not look good if he secures all this wood in the centre.
Lovely team map though, right, Key? Nice and close to each other. Must feel nice and reassured having that bit of protection there from your teammate.
Yeah, definitely. And what Skirt Hurt is saying, Loki probably wants to do damage before Holy Sheep's camels and Sharamphas start coming out. I totally agree. And even if just late game Kajaras, when they've got loads of chakram throwers, it's like an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Like they are one of the strongest civs I think I've played against, in my opinion. Just because like chakram throwers and completely broken in my opinion. I still think they need a little nerf. I really do.
Wimsley there has got 2 spearmen at the front. It kind of perhaps he's got the slight inclination that he's going to have some scouts coming to rush his base very soon from Loki there. Obviously with Loki as Mongols, I assume a scout opening is a common opening for Mongols, Key. Is that right?
I wouldn't say on every type of map. I mean, on open maps, usually, yeah, you'd probably want to do that into a fast castle into Mangadai, because
Yeah.
their main unit is the Cav Archer.
Yep.
But you can see a lot of different strats from the Mongols. I mean, they could do like no units in like say on a Black Forest type of map, because they can just wall off and play very defensive.
Yeah. Okay. And I think it was Scylla who was on with us last night, co-casting with me, Key, that mentioned, you know, you need the fast castle for the Mangadites to get them out. You know, I think his term he used is what's a Mongols player with no castles. So yeah, we'll be looking for that early castle drop from Loki. Okay, didn't do too much damage with the scouts. Then I think he maybe took a Vill out.
Yeah, but the idle time was good as well, though. I mean, you got to always think that he moved all his villagers off of wood to walking back, and all that walking around with all those villagers. It's not like he used one or two, and he could have also fighted with the villagers. I'm not too sure if he had loom or not, but yeah, a lot of wasted idle time for them. As long as he keeps their scouts alive and just keeps the villagers moving around their bases, it should be good for them.
That's right. Okay, is he going for more scouts? Yes, he is. He's keeping the scout production going. Then Loki is. Is it interesting that he hasn't looked to try and go up to that castle yet and leave off the scouts? Now he's already got sort of 4 running around the map.
Kind of, yeah. I'd say it's good, and it could be good and it could be bad. So if he doesn't do enough damage right now with the amount he's built, then it could turn bad. Because I mean, if you look at Wimpsey's resources, he's almost up to castle, and they're not. And if he gets the castle, gets that castle down in the middle first, maybe puts it on Loki's wood or something. If he finds it, could be, could change the tide around.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully he gets in here, but nope.
Second TC going up in the middle then for Holy Sheep. Looks like Loki's either spotted it or he's running home. He's spotting it, and look at that fast wall. Look at that high elo player reaction there from Holy Sheep. Fantastic bit of work.
That's beautiful. That's what we like to see. But he still took one villager. Still, nice little trade.
That's it, and obviously he's quite short on tile space there, so he's actually got 2 idle vills sat in the middle of it. So not the best, but he's managed to get the TC up. Exactly that.
Yeah, still damaged though. Still keeping them, like you said, them vills idle. They should be finishing that house off or something, which he's done now. But
yeah. With those idle vills, it makes perfect sense. Okay, cool. So Loki's sending his scouts into the middle of the map there, I should imagine, just to keep the views up. No second TC then from Loki, but obviously not up at castle yet. Do you think he's looking to do that now? 60 more gold he needs?
Yeah, he's probably looking to click up any moment. He has got good He's still kept his village production going, so I mean it's not all bad. I mean, yeah, Holy Sheep's in castle, but if you look at the vill count, he's still been producing, so as soon as he hits castle it could even out, and he'll probably have better eco to produce say his manga dies at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, look how much wood he's floating.
It really locked down his base there as well, Loki, right? Very good idea to do, I suppose. You don't want to have those early raids coming in right to the back of your base right now, especially if you're trying to make the forward push onto the middle of the island there. We're not seeing any walling from J Blaze. I mean, what do you make of the communication between the two of them in the chat then? Do you think,
I'm not too sure what they could be saying to one another, but I mean, if you look at their villages now, obviously Holy Sheep's looking, well, he's just took 5 off his stone, but he did have 5 on stone. I mean, looks like these players are trying to, so Loki's gonna have his castle down the quickest, I believe, so we could, if he gets that castle down right in that centre, maybe on that gold wood line and onto that TC, yeah, it could be nice.
You'd be doing
I'd have it right on that corner just to take all of that. But yeah, it's looking good for Loki's team right now. Very good.
Yeah, very good indeed. Okay, still.
And by that I mean they've got. I mean, I wouldn't say it's full map control, but I mean they know like where what's going on in the middle. Whereas I wouldn't say they know too much. If you look at the fog of war, see who's got most scouting done. want to see the scouting from both. So yeah, they haven't got that vision by the looks of it on Loki's woodline and stuff.
Yeah.
Which
And
is not good.
It's very interesting, isn't it? It's always easy when you're casting it. We say it multiple times, right? You know, getting the full view of the map. You're like, well, you go that way, when you go that way, when you do this, when you do that. But it's not easy to. All right, interesting then. So second TC going forward there from Wimsley. But look at this. No forward castle, just 2 forward TCs from Loki. One on the stone, one on the gold. He's really thinking ahead.
I think he just really wants to get the boom going. I mean, and you know, maybe get the castle up a bit later when he can produce more manga die to flood. But I just think whoever gets this castle up first could be the game changer. I think the castle's very important. I think I'm surprised that no one's really got the castle down yet. I mean, I'd be trying to deny people the wood in the middle, you know, on the TCs and that, because that can, as soon as you deny, as soon as all your wood's gone at home, like, what have you really got? You've only got that centre bit for wood, and if you've got no wood, you can't do anything.
Yeah. Well, look, let's look back at their bases now. So the wood is running very, very scarce indeed. You know, they've got to be thinking about that, haven't they? They've got to be making that move. Yeah, like you say, hence why Loki's done it. And there it is, key. There it is indeed, the forward castle. Interesting position, right? Could have gone more forward with it, but then again, look, I think he's playing it safe. An amazing position, right?
Yeah, securing the wood, the 2 TCs and the stone and gold, and maybe then we could see a forward castle to be aggressive with, because I still would have liked to see it a bit more forward though, just to gain that extra vision. Maybe where these villages and army are would be a nice spot for it.
Well, I think J Blaze has the resource. Well, no, not quite. He doesn't, does he? Or he does, doesn't he? Because does he get cheaper castles?
He gets Crepost. He could be trying to build a Crepost.
Yeah, okay. Could be looking at a 4 Crepost there, but obviously it looks like it's been denied by Wimsley and Holy Sheep, and he's looking to put it a little bit more at the back there, defensive. Not a bad move, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad move.
Okay, more scouts on the lookout for cleaning up these loose vills that are left running around by Wimsley and Holy Sheep.
Yeah, they're great.
Unbelievable micro, right?
Yeah, he's got very good micro. Considering he's doing his eco, doing his castles.
He's got everything going on at once. Okay, extremely forward push castle there from Holy Sheep, and look at the number of vills. He is determined to get that castle up, isn't he?
That castle will definitely go up because Crestpost doesn't range it, and this is the type of castle where I wanted to see it, right in the centre. You know, you're denying the big, huge trunks of tree line on this left side and the right. But not even only that, you secure that gold in the middle. And you just use this forward castle now as a base point to keep your units produced. You know, just keep your army.
Everything behind it, and you've got that control over the middle there. A safe play by Loki, really safe play. Mangadai's coming out of that castle now. It's to be expected. You know, when are we going to see the second castle? I mean, look at this key. 633 stone in the bank for Loki. Not going to be long, is it?
No, we're going to see it, and we're probably going to see it in between that gap there, right there, to block off that entrance.
Okay, he's gone for there, which is kind of still a similar sort of place, right?
Blocks that little gap off, stops them coming in, makes it really compact and secure. So not a lot of damage could happen there, but like I said, I still think it needs a bit more aggression, because I mean, I could see Holy Sheep or Wimpsty, one of them going up to Imp soon. Look at Holy Sheep's food. I mean, it's looking really good. I mean, he's not far from Imperial, and if he gets Imperial, those castles are going to be useless.
Yeah, that's right. And I think as soon as they go Imp, you know, it's going to be interesting conversations to be had. Loki and J Blaze's side, right? Yeah, maybe we need a little bit more raiding of Holy Sheep's base there.
It's like what Rev said, I would like the castle in front of the wood line. I totally agree. I believe he's been a bit too passive with some of these castles. Like it would have been nicer in front of the wood line, you know, just
here maybe.
No, like if you look at the castle, you know, just in front of the wood line, so more on the outside, the bottom one, a bit further down, that castle that Loki put up, you know, that you have the last one.
Oh, I beg your pardon, this one.
No, to your right, Loki's the yellow, so that one there, a bit forward, in that gap
here.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to block off that
Just
tree
to
line.
help keep that wood line. Makes perfect sense.
I would have put it a bit more forward. But
Lots of
other than
action
that,
in the middle here. Lots of action going on.
I think Wimpsey should be using these archers, like moving them. They're just sat here doing not much damage. I would put them under, take them over to green space.
Here we
maybe.
go then, Key. Wimsey's made the same mistake of not being able to wall that off correctly, and the manga dies from Loki come in and look as though they're going to clean up quite a few vills. Holy Sheep's response is, yeah, get about 24 villagers on the castle and get it up as quick as you can.
It's definitely going to go up. He's going to lose quite a few vills though.
Loki's seen it and run away at the perfect timing there, and he's just going to run around the back of the base there and snipe a few of them. Interesting.
This is not looking good now, because now they've got the mobility. Loki can literally just do this for the whole game. He could probably keep these alive for a long time, just harassing, keeping them busy, and all this idle time is going to be really costly. He's playing crazily good with what he's doing. The defense seems like the right choice now, because he's doing the right stuff with the raid.
I mean, leaving the manga dies sat there at the front of the base a little bit. He's really protecting this this gold, wood, stone. Now getting farms down. Fantastic play by Loki. Okay, J Blaze coming around the back now with a castle. First castle from J Blaze going up, other than the crepe host. What do we make of the position? Yeah,
really fucking good. Sorry for swearing, but really good. Like, he could just put two houses.
It's that good. That's fine. That was passionate, Key. That's fine.
He could put two houses to the left, like, to just, keep the, to protect. If they came at him, he could just put two houses there, to, keep all his villagers safe, which is really good. And he's denied all that wood, and he's denying the wood around it to the left as well. So yeah, it's really good, really good. He could put another castle further more to the left again, deny that other TC wood, and that'd be another great castle point. And yeah, I think once you deny the wood on this map, it's not looking too good.
Okay, Key, and what's the counter for manga dies?
I'd say, obviously, from my experience, skirmishers are usually good, but like Sharampshires are good. It will trade good against manga dice, and even camels can be good as well. Actually, I don't think camels are good. I think camels get shredded by archers, if I'm right. But yeah, I'd say Sharampshires or maybe some.
Loki going with a proper boom here. 107 vills Loki's up to now. Holy Sheep behind him with 99, so not far off him at all. But obviously, if you look at the scores, 1,000 in it. Holy Sheep's just clicked up to Imperial. Here we go. It's going to get interesting.
I think that Sharampshires, they actually dodge the first projectile, so yeah, they'd probably be really good against the manga dice because they dodge projectiles.
Yeah, Loki not far behind Holy Sheep now on the imp time then. Literally just about 30 seconds in it. So that's going to give him confidence, right? When he sees Holy Sheep go up to imp, he's only 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, and if you look at obviously like the eco as well, I think the eco's kind of similar. But obviously all the teams in terms of villager count, I mean green and blue are quite similar, and yellow and teal are quite similar, like 3 vills apart for both of them really.
Yeah, that's it. Holy Sheep coming in for a raid now towards J Blaze. Really gotta start asking questions now. Why is it not walled?
And this is what I would have liked to see with Blue's archers a lot sooner. He could have done a lot of damage rather than just keeping them sat back, doing nothing. But J Blaze is, he should have been walled off at least by now. And yeah, again, he's only on 1 TC. It doesn't seem to be booming very big.
Yeah, that's right. 47 vills.
I'm quite unsure with the Rams as well, because I mean, they're not going to be that effective, are they? Right, the villagers are right there next to the TC. He hasn't got army to protect the Rams, so I'm not seeing why he's producing Rams. I think that's going to be costly for him.
In the meantime, then Loki's still on track for that massive boom. 115 vills is up to now, with 5 in the queue still. Wimsey though, however, 121 vills, so he's taken the slight lead. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the TC count is quite a lot higher from Holy Sheep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The guy's putting it down his 6th TC now.
He's got 9 military. Loki's got 41 manga dice.
Wow.
these manga guys, once they've got all the upgrades, are going to be hard to deal with. And like you say, he hasn't got the numbers to deal with his manga guy just yet.
And surely these guys know that, right?
Yeah, the manga guys are crazy. Like once they've massed up into a big clump, and the way they can just run around and raid the sides of your all your stuff and that.
Yeah.
They're just very good for raiding.
Fantastic. Okay, we've got
even if you fall off like your tree line, like they
first
can just
treb out from Loki. Then two trebs Loki's made, so he's really going to start making some pushback now, right? Going to take that first castle down there, I should imagine.
Yeah,
that
should
allow
to protect them.
That's it. That should allow Jay Blaze to breathe, I should imagine, a little bit. Do you think that's why he's going for that castle first, Key?
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I think he's just trying to put the pressure on, like take it off Jay Blaze. But I think Jay Blaze is recovered now. I think Loki cleared up those Hermetica riders. We just need to see Holy Sheep get some of the numbers up now to catch up to Loki, which he is doing.
Yeah, up to elite Mangadai now, Key.
If he
Loads of vills coming forward. He's got the stone in the bank.
we can see a castle drop.
We're going to see a castle drop. And where are we going to see it, Key? Here we go. Nice and far forward. It looks like he's looking to protect that golden stone and obviously a bit of the wood line as well. Lots going on. Lots of idle army.
His villagers are running into the castle. Oh, he's noticed. But if we see Loki take care of all these stables, these forward stables, and Holy Sheep won't have as many production buildings to produce from. The Sharamsha riders might not come out as quickly as he wants, and might not be able to deal with this right now.
No, it's an epic push coming over. Holy Sheep slinging some gold to Wimpsley there. Nice to see he paid his tax.
And what we like to see from Loki is what he's doing right now, building stables, because he's just going to build Hussar as well as a meat shield for those manga dies, and he can yet again just raid with those Hussars. And look, you can see the upgrades coming in from Loki. He is doing that, and this is not looking good for trying to take over.
What a fantastic set it's been then. What a great series this one's made out so far, Key. For the first game of the losers bracket, these guys. Again, we've got to go back to what do you reckon the comms are like for Holy Sheep and Wimpsley. Score leads really starting to get over now.
It's not looking the best, but Jay Blaze, like I say, is still behind, and from the games we've been watching, he seems to struggle at producing his villagers and army at the same time.
Yeah.
That seems to be his main issue.
Okay, I mean, look, he's got 3 TCs down now. Perhaps Loki's had a bit of a word with him in his ear and said, "Look, mate, you need to really pull your socks up here a little bit, get some more vill counts."
Yeah, he is building the vills up. Like, he hasn't stopped like last game, so that is a good sign.
Yeah.
And Loki is holding it really well, and he's still got a few good units at the top there. He's got some man at arms and pikes. He's still doing a few little raids here and there, so he is helping a lot. He says he's even put in the chat, "Good already, I caught up."
Yeah.
So they are talking. So he did know he was behind by the looks of it, and he's saying he's caught up now. That's what we like to see. But these Sharamsha riders, look at the numbers. That's not looking good now. He's nearly caught up on the numbers, and but Loki has got camels coming out as well.
This is one epic battle.
This is like a decider fight. This fight is really crucial because it looks like he's about to lose all his Sharamsha riders. Yeah.
Well, we know trying to take over the world don't mess around. When they know it's their time, they call it. And there it's been called, ladies and gentlemen. Holy Sheep, GG, Wimsby, GG, and it looks like that Team Briyani is the team to take it, winning the first game of the losers bracket.
Wow, we got another one.
Holy Sheep's called it.
This is epic.
Wimsley's still going on.
These games are crazy.
Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. What a game that's been.
Dominance. All I can say, Loki with a dominant gameplay there. Like, he played that so well. I don't even see a mistake. I talked about these castles being a bit more forward, but it just shows how sometimes if you're a bit too aggressive, it can cost you. And he's played it defensive, and it's worked out for him really well.
Yeah, what a fantastic game. What a fantastic map as well, that one. do you think they're both pleased they got that last map there?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Loki's buzzing with himself. I mean, he played like I say, he kept the castles defensive. He wanted to keep them up because, like you say, without the castles, he's got no units, no Mangudai, which is his main unit. So maybe that's why he played them so defensive. And he, like you say, he just played it really well. Like look how much wood he's taken over. He's took over this whole left side of the wood, and then same green, he's took over quite a bit of the right side of the wood. So they only had a little bit of wood to work from, which was right on the left side, on the front of their front of the hill.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
yeah,
maybe this is why they look at they looked at expanding over this side, right? Maybe they was thinking, right, well, we need to try and recapture some more wood, to be able to stand a chance. But I think that you're right. The attack from Loki was well held and very strong and just done the job, and they couldn't see any way out of it, right?
yeah, definitely. It was complete dominant. Like Mongols, it just shows how strong they are when they're played correctly as well. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to play them that well myself, but it shows like when you're watching a 1700 Elo player play Mongols. I mean, look how dominant he was with them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wouldn't you just love to see K1 matched up with Loki, both on Mongols? Now that would be an interesting battle, right?
Yeah, it'd be really fun to watch.
Maybe we could arrange that one day. The guys could showcase that for us. That'd be fantastic. All right, cool. Let's have a look at the statistics then for this game three, the last final game of this best of three between Briyani and Try to Take Over. Obviously finished 2-1 to Briyani. Technology-wise, then, in terms of times, pretty standard times there.
Yeah, a 31-minute Imperial's pretty good. I mean, like that's like an average time, a bit later for like Loki and say like Holy Sheep, but like they were probably producing a lot more army than say Wimpsley was.
Yep.
So that'll be why they were a bit up later. And yeah, like he had a lot of Mangudai going into Imperial. I think he had a good few numbers, which was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. 15-minute castle time there from Holy Sheep as well. So very well played. Very good castle time. But
Exploration as well, 55%. It just shows how that extra vision can be grateful as well. I mean, he had vision on everything forward of their enemies.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
his scout. I think if the enemy scouted more, they could have done more raids with them archers rather than just keeping them sat in the middle for so long. But yeah, it's such a good game.
Good stuff, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. Thanks for jumping in Twitch channel and chatting away. It was fantastic to see the comments from you all as well, and it's really good to engage with everybody. Loki's joined the chat. Loki, fantastic game, buddy. Really well played there. Very strong indeed. It was very enjoyable to watch for not only myself and Key casting it, but for everybody in Twitch as well, and no doubt for anybody that's going to be watching this as a playback to see how it's done. Stay tuned, everybody. We are going to be jumping offline for a short while, but we are going to be back later on. Actually, we do actually have some more games to showcase for everybody. I'm pretty sure in terms of the matchup, we can give you a little sneaky peek now as to what's going on. Let's have a little look quickly. Let's see if we can get and see what's going on. So we've got next up then today. Let's have a little look here. We've got next up we've got English Geezers. Go on, the English Geezers versus Flemish Geezers. Key, am I right? That's you in that one.
Me and Sulla versus Christoph and Bams, I believe.
Fantastic. So this is going to be the second game in the losers bracket. How do you fancy your chances, Key?
Fancy them pretty well. Me and Sulla have been talking, about what we're going to be playing. We've actually planned it this time because, I mean, our first game we had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We were both half asleep, half dead. And, obviously it didn't work out the greatest because, it was literally, we had to get up at, well, it was not the best, I'll be honest. I had barely had any sleep that night as well.
Yeah.
So, very difficult, like...
Are these excuses, Key? Are these excuses? No, well, look, you've had a lot of time to practice now, obviously jumping on the casting as well.
It's a decent time. I'm not going to be tired. I'm not, literally getting up and playing before I've even eaten food or anything.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Well, look, we really look forward to see it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be at 7:30. So, please do make sure you can jump in and watch that one. That one's going to be live. And then straight after that, and based on time, so we've got at 8:45 this evening, we've got Maxi Smile versus, check this out, you'll all remember them very well, 2 boys and 1 cup. So that's good old Dave and the dog coming back for their second chance to come through. And obviously, like I said, playing Maxi Smiles. So that's Smiley, very underrated player. Very very good player indeed. Teaming up with Max Power, I believe is Mark Landers. So that one probably won't be live. We'll probably jump on that straight after we've done the English geezers versus Flemish geezers. But do hang around because we probably will. We'll just switch the stream straight onto the second game. So lots of action for everybody tonight. Do stay tuned. Remember, if you're not following the clan on Twitch, please do hit follow. It is free, doesn't cost a penny, and really helps us out, helps us grow the community more. And yeah, like we've said plenty of times, if you play the game and want to get into the game, feel free to check out the Hermetica clan on the Discord channel. We'll certainly put the link in the chat right now for you. But Key, any final words from yourself?
Quick one to interrupt. Weber was also saying about if you wanted to interview the winning team, we could also do that.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you want to? Should we see it? Should we see it?
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat, you want? Shall we? Shall we hear it? Let's
And
see
also,
if we can.
Eamesy said, "Kia's little kids, no further excuses required."
Yeah. Fantastic. Let's see if we can get Loki and Jay Blaze in with us then. Let's see. Can anyone reach out to Loki for me and see if Loki and Jay Blaze wanna jump in for some final words about that epic battle that we just saw?
Yo.
Loki, there he is. Everybody, this is Loki. Just shy of 1800 1v1 elo, Loki.
What?
You're 1v1 elo, sir.
It's 1790.
1790. So clearly visible. We can all see why you've got that such high elo. Great game, Loki. Great game indeed. How did you feel it was going to go after the first match?
I actually don't want to say this, man.
Please do.
I was so pissed at Jay Blaze. I was like, I'm gonna play next game alone.
Oh no! Well, it was nice to see he pulled his socks up then for that second game, and obviously help you guys win that. So you went 1-1. Am I right in saying that it was trying to take over the world's map was the first pick, and you guys was the second pick? Is that right?
Yeah, we picked the arena.
Arena. Okay, and the strategy behind that, Loki, can you just explain that?
Well, I think that the teams with the higher elo players, they should go for closed maps, and at least that's what I learned. I thought I would prefer open maps, but I don't. So yeah, arena is just a closed map. Just my strategy was just to go boom and kill one of the guys pretty soon, and then have a fight with the second one. But they went for a pretty crazy strategy, and I was able to defend it, and then we were already pretty big in the lead.
Yeah.
Then we could just put it off like that.
Yeah, and obviously we all saw that, right? When the siege push come up to your base, we was all sort of on the edge of our seats here in the casting room, and looking at that, it was like, wow, it's happening, it's happening. The ram push is happening, and obviously very quick to defend that. You got your two houses down to block it, the walls, which then gave you enough time, right, to mass up some knights and fight it off. And after that, I hate to say it, but Wimsley made a boo boo on his walls, and you got in, right?
Yeah, that was very kind. That was very kind from Wimsley. It's really lucky for me.
That's it. I'm sure he did it on purpose. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, Loki, would you agree that gave you that edge on arena? Do you think it was that kind of tipped over? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think that it was so lucky that we won. If that didn't happen, then we would have lost that game probably. Yeah. Because Holy Sheep was ahead of me, and Wimsley just got himself. Yeah, Wimsley just got himself very back. He screwed himself pretty up with the ego like that. But that was lucky for me.
Yeah, cool.
He plays on that arena game. Like he got to like 7. He was he was playing really well. Like don't get me wrong, he was like building units and bills, and then he got to like 73 bills, and he must have just been focusing solely on army because he stopped building villages for like the whole game after that. Like he stayed on 73 bills, so maybe that's just like another little tip for you. Maybe just tell him to keep producing. But
yeah, we were actually communicating a lot. Like James.
Yeah, he did really well. Don't get me wrong. I just think the multitasking is probably a bit hard for him. I mean, it's hard for me. Don't get me wrong, to be doing all that stuff at once. But I mean, just the fact he stopped producing whatsoever was completely bizarre.
Well, Key,
Yeah.
with your game later, we look forward to seeing you keeping
Oh,
the production
gonna see
of
a lot.
Vils going. Yeah.
Don't put
Yeah,
the pressure on.
exactly. Loki, so last point then. Are you going to be practicing with Jay Blaze ahead of your quarterfinals in the losers bracket?
Probably not. I don't know. I think I don't want to say stuff. I mean, he's just still a beginner, right? So I think he just needs to practice the game a bit more. It doesn't make sense to start practicing strategies and stuff. He just needs to focus more on the game. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just let him do that.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, look, you've got experience at training people with lower elos, right? You know, I can speak firsthand of that, Loki. You helped me off right at the start when I joined Hermetica. You know, I still forget to build Vils, but you give me a path to follow. You know, and I'm
Yeah.
very grateful for that, and I'm sure Jay Blaze will be as well. So, right, last point then. And it's a bit of a funny one, Loki, but are you still mad with Weber?
No comment on that, man.
Yeah. Listen, Loki, thanks ever so much for your time. Cheers for jumping in for this quick interview. I really appreciate it. It's a shame we couldn't get Jay Blaze on as well, but hopefully we can catch up with him next time. Everyone in the chat and in the channel, again, please keep with the viewing. 7:30 is going to be English Geezers versus Flemish Geezers. It's going to be another action-filled map. Obviously, the seeding for this tourney has been pretty spot on with matchmaking and stuff. So. Good job for that. But for now, from myself, Stuart Cheedle, from my co-cast Key, and obviously representing the winning team, Loki, thanks ever so much for tuning in, and we will all catch you very, very soon.
Yeah, thanks everyone. See you later.
Bye.
Le sfide